So I suppose now I should start. Okay guys, let us start today's class. So that was primarily the last question I ended. We discussed f of g. Now this was your homework to find g of f. Now I'm going to find it. Just match your solution, and if you had any doubt in last class, should be cleared by this example. Look at it, dear. Certainly, let me mention again, not for school. In school, composition will be very basic. Okay. So g of f at x. Primarily it means value of g at fx. So it becomes f of x plus 1 when fx is less than equal to 4 and 2 fx plus 1. Oh, sorry, I put it in the wrong place. Sorry. I have to put it in g. Sorry. It is f square x when it is like this. And it is fx plus 2 when it is like this. So this is the first step, very basic. We just kept fx in place of x. Now clearly I need to find x from here and from here. So let us find that. First, let us solve fx lies between -1 and 2. Let me call this statement star. So what are the values of f? Now values of f depend upon that whether x is less than equal to 4 or lies between 4 and 5. So case 1, x is less than equal to 4, and case 2, x is 4 to 5. Now depending upon this, I will keep the value of f. So in case 1, star becomes -1 less than equal to, now which value of f I will choose? This one, x plus 1. Very good, Ame. Like this. So it gives me x is like -2 to 1. And in this case, what does star becomes? For this, value of fx is this. So 2x plus 1 greater than equal to -1 and less than 2. So first we subtracted 1, so we get this. And then we divided by 2, so we get this. So now the turn of final answer. We know that is smiley. Let me just clear this I first of all, intersection. So what is the intersection of x less than equal to 4 and -2 to 1? It is just -2 to 1. And what is the intersection of 4 to 5 and -1 to half? 5. So taking union, my x comes out to be -2 to 1. So this is the solution for first part. Now let us solve second one. Solving fx lies between 2 to 3. Let me call it something. Let me call it now, star is used. Let me call it hash. You may call it anything, 1, 2, anything. I'm just calling it star and hash. Again, making cases. First case, x less than equal to 4. This solving methodology you need to learn. It will be used in many places, that whenever value depends upon x, we need to make cases. Okay, so this methodology is very important. Please lay a significant stress upon this thing. So in first case, equation becomes x plus 1 lies between 2 and 3, and in second case, equation becomes 2x plus 1 lies between 2 and 3. So here x comes out to be 1 to 2. Simple. And here first we subtract by 1 and then divide by 2. So we get half x 1. Now the final answer we know, it's smiley. Intersection, intersection, then smile. So what is the intersection of this? x1 to 2 only, same intersection. And here intersection is again phi. So union is x belongs to 1 to 2. So now the last step, and the question will be done. So what are the x corresponding to this? It is minus 2 to 1. And what are the x corresponding to this? It is 1 to 2. Now what we got to do? Corresponding to this x, I need to keep value of f here. So for minus 2 to 1, what is my f? It is x plus 1. Anything less than 4, f is x plus 1. So I'll keep x plus 1 at the place of fx. Now, corresponding to this x, I need to keep value of f here. So x is 1 to 2. So what is the value of f when x is 1 to 2? Again, this one. Because x is less 1 to 2 means x is lying here. So again x plus 1. So this is your answer. So primarily this is like easier than the f of g part. Still, guys, with that I'll be stopping with composition. So if you have any doubt left in this question, please ask me. Exactly similar question was asked in JEE Advanced IT. So it's a good important part of like high level questions of composition. It involves 2-3 concepts. So if you have any doubt, ask freely. Very good, Neha. That's a good confidence. Very good. Everybody take your time. No hurry at all. Very good, Venkata Srija. Nice, nice. Pranav, it will be difficult right now, beta. We have solved 2 questions and this is like quite a time consuming question. Charan, that I will not explain. If you're late, I will not explain again. You have to watch the replay session. It will consume too much time. It's a big question. Yes, I'll give you homework, beta, for sure. So in x less than 4, how intersection is 1 to 2? In x less than equal to 1. Beta, here we have to intersect x less than equal to 4 and x is 1 to 2. One is less than equal to 4 and other is 1 to 2. So what is the common part? 1 to 2. So that is why 1 to 2. Great. Lalit, I'll be doing such question today. Don't worry. But if you have doubt, I'll take it right after this question. Just give me a minute. So I assume this way of like solving a question is pretty much clear to all. That is really good. So now let us proceed to inverse of a function. But before that, Lalit has some doubt, which I think is somehow linked with the coming topic. So let me discuss it here. X cube by 3 minus 5x square by 2 plus 6x. Question is it 1, 1 or not? So clearly I will find derivative. It comes out to be x square minus 5x plus 6, which can be written as x minus 2 into x minus 3. And by wavy curve, I know that this expression will change sign. When x is less than 2, it will be positive. When x is 2 to 3, it will be negative. Very good, Amay. And when x is greater than 3, it will be again positive. So your f dash is changing sign. So therefore, fx is not 1, 1. It is many 1. Fx is 1, 1 if f dash does not change sign. It remains always positive or always negative. Okay, Lalit, is it fine now? Very good. Now, next topic is inverse of a function. Meaning of inverse of a function is very simple. Being very frank, very simple. Let f be a function from a to b. First, I'm explaining the meaning using Venn diagram. Say a to b, such that it takes x1 to y1. Okay, and say x2 to y2. Now, what is inverse of a function? That is how we denote f inverse. It is not f raised to power minus 1, okay? It is called f inverse. F inverse is a function from b to a whose job is to just backtrack f. That is, it will take y1 back to x1. It will backtrack y2 to x2. That is the basic meaning of inverse, nothing more than that. Finish. It will just backtrack fx. So if you understand the basic meaning, just tell me one thing. If f of 3 is 27, then what will be f inverse of 27? Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. So if f is taking 3 to 27, then f inverse will take 27 back to 3. That's all. Nothing more than that. So now I expect meaning of inverse is clear to all. Nothing more than that. It is as simple as this. Yes, I'll come to that. Now, coming to little intricacies. If you guys remember the definition of function, just tell me. I'm making a Venn diagram. Just tell me if it is a function or not. This is going here, this is going here, and this is not going anywhere. Is it a function or not? No, 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 no. Very good. Now I'm a bit relieved. At least you know the basic definition of function. It is not a function because this is not going anywhere. Every element of domain should go somewhere. Okay. One thing more I just want to confirm. वैसे I am pretty sure that you must be knowing that, but still. Dear, tell me, this is going here, this is going here, and this is going here. Is this a function or not? No, 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 no. Very good, very good. We know no element of domain can give two outputs. One input should give only one output. Here this is giving two outputs, so it must not be a function at least. I'm happy you know that. Now guys, a very simple observation. If function is not onto, like this example, nothing is coming to y3, then clearly when I'll take f inverse, sorry, here, when I'll take inverse, f inverse of y3 will go nowhere. So f inverse will not be a function. This is the element in B which is not going anywhere. So f inverse will not be a function. So first condition for inverse to exist is function should be onto. Only then every element will be able to go back. Otherwise few will be left here, they'll not be able to go back, and f inverse will be no more a function. Great. Second thing, what if we have such function? Like this, say A, B, C. It is clearly many one. If a function is like this, what will be f inverse of C? It will be A and B both, because both are coming to C. So again, f inverse will not be a function because one input should give me only one output. You cannot have two outputs. That is, if function is many one, then inverse cannot be found. Inverse will not be defined. It will not be a function. So inverse will only exist if function is 1, 1 and onto. Otherwise, inverse will not exist. So now let us come to the definition. Yes, that is f must be bijective. So that is a formal definition I just explained to you. If f is x to y and g is y to x, such that if f takes a to b, then g takes b back to a, then such function is called inverse of f. It is denoted by f minus 1. Okay. Now this is very important. I just explained this thing. A function is invertible if and only if it is 1, 1 and onto. This line should make sense to you. Function is invertible mean f inverse x exists. That is the meaning of invertible. Invertible mean inverse exists. Let me write it in English. That is, inverse of fx exists. Putar, please write this statement in your copy. It's a very basic statement. but almost every student forgets it when it comes in question. And the problem is not the condition 1 1 on 2, it is this term invertible. This term particularly confuses student. Invertible doesn't mean anything more than that inverse exists. So whenever I ask you, beta, f is invertible, what is the condition? You will say, sir, f must be 1 1 and on 2. That is, f must be bijective. Write it down on your copy right now. Okay, before I proceed toward next observation, please let me know if you have any doubt so far. It should be both. Yes, beta, both. 1 1b and on 2b, both. If it is only 1 1, not on 2, even then there's a problem. So inverse will exist only when function is bijective. This is very important. Normally what happens, they will like ask you, a function is bijective, now find this. Sorry, a function is invertible, now find this. Now what students starts doing is, they start finding inverse. Oh beta, it is not about finding inverse. The examiner is telling you function is invertible. That is, indirectly it is telling you that function is bijective. That is something he's trying to tell you. So whenever it is given function is invertible, always remember you have to use function is bijective. That is important point. Okay, so I will ask you one question on this concept today only, and I will see how many of you may answer. Why not only one? But I told you, no, if function is not on 2, inverse will not exist. If function is not 1 1, inverse will still not exist. So function must be 1 1 and on 2 both. Only then inverse will exist. I just explained in last page. Still doubt? Better, okay, try to see. This is going here. This is going here. This is going here. And this. Okay. Okay, let me remove this thing. Okay, this function is on 2. Try to see it is on 2. A, B, complete code domain is in range. It is on 2. But is it invertible? Charan, my question is from Charan. Yes, Pranav. Right? Not invertible. Why? Because it is not 1 1. Although it was on 2, but still not invertible because it's not 1 1. So both the things should happen. It has to be 1 1 also and on 2 also. Only then it will be invertible. Is it clear now, beta? One thing will not suffice. Very good. Okay, guys, now let us make another observation. First, let me just tell you how to find inverse. Look, dear, in first question, I'm telling you how to write the complete solution in boards. Okay. I'll do this thing for 2 questions so that you should know how to write it in boards. And then I'll straight away jump to good level of questions and will then not focus on how to write it. We'll focus on how to find it. Look, first of all, if the question comes find inverse of the function, then in boards, first you will say we need to check if it is 1 1 and on 2. Because if it is not 1 and on 2, you cannot find inverse. It has to be 1 1 and on 2 first. So let me check 1 1 first. So what is my standard method? F of A or f of x1, whatever you like. Let me take f of x1. F of x1 is equal to f of x2, that is 3x1 plus 1 equal to 3x2 plus 1. 1 cancels out. 3x1 equal to 3x2. So x1 equal to x2. So clearly it is 1, 1. Okay. Now checking onto. Okay guys, if you remember, if we need to check if something is onto or not, what is the first step I need to do? What is the first thing I will find? Very good, Lalit. What about others? In last lecture, I mentioned it very strongly. You guys will certainly forget it. Try to remember. If we need to check if something is onto or not, what is the first thing we will find? Think. Yes, Ame. Yes, very good. What about others? I'm waiting. Try to remember what was onto. A function is called onto if your range and codomain are same. So to check if function is onto or not, what will we find? Good, Srija, but you took time. That is not good. We need to find range because that is something we have to find. Codomain we are given. So we will find range. If range is equal to codomain, then function is onto. If not equal to codomain, then into over. So this is like something I'm telling you, this is a very common mistake. Students actually get confused. So just keep in mind, onto means we have to find range. That's all. Now range, because it's an odd degree polynomial, has range all real. So which is equal to codomain and hence function is onto. But how to write it in your boards? That is something a straightaway result we shouldn't be using in boards. In board we have to find range properly step by step. How do we find range? We take fx equal to y. We express x in terms of y. And then the values of y for which x is defined. Now what is the value of x? This. So for which this is defined is my range. And it is defined always. It has no problem. So values of y for which x is defined is all reals. Therefore, range is all reals. So function is onto. So this much you have to do before actually finding inverse. First you will show that it is 1, 1 and onto. Then you will write being bijective fx is invertible. Being bijective fx is invertible, that is inverse exists. Now I will tell you how to find inverse. Yes, Pranav, you are right. Now I will tell you how to find inverse. For the time being, I will not give you reason for my steps. First, I will give you steps to find inverse. Using those steps, we will find inverse of many functions. When you are good at applying those steps, then I will tell you how these steps are giving me inverse. So first, learn the steps. Okay, how to find the inverse? Just let your function be equal to y, like this. And find x in terms of y. Whatever you get, this is your inverse. Game over. This is your inverse. So your inverse function is y minus 1 by 3. Listen carefully. Normally, because we express functions in terms of x, so f inverse x will be x minus 1 by 3. We don't use variable y, we use x only, because normally functions are written in terms of x. So that is your answer. Now just take a look. Do not just think very critically. It's a basic method for school. Just prove 1, 1 and on to first, and then find inverse in this way. That is how you will do it in question. Okay, I was expecting this doubt. Listen guys, listen. Clearly my inverse is y minus 1 by 3. That is my answer. Nobody should have problem with that, because that is something I just told you. That whatever you get, the value of x is your inverse. But normally, because we express functions in terms of x, f inverse is also a function, no? At the end of the day, it's a function. So we will write this also in terms of x. So just keep x in place of y. Nothing else. Nothing else. Just keep x in place of y. Because normally we write functions in x, not in y. Okay, any other doubt? April batch. Okay, we should do it. Okay, very good. Guys, let me just ask. Tell me one thing. जब से आपका बैच शुरू हुआ है, did we have a talk so far? Anything I have shared about myself? Anything? Have I shared anything with you so far? By sharing, I mean my life experiences or anything like that. No, nothing. Oh, okay. Today I'll do that. Today I'll share some part of my life with you, which might be like a good experience for you also. Okay, I'll share it with you today. Actually, I got confused in batches. I just forget in which batch I shared anything. Only general introduction. Okay, but don't worry. Today I'll be sharing some part of my life with you guys. Okay, so that is how we find the inverse. Simple procedure. Okay, now this is somewhat I'm leaving upon you. Just do it the way I have done it here. If you have any doubt, you have to ask me. Okay. Now I'm going toward good questions. Beta, R plus mean positive reals. Positive reals, nothing else. Okay.